President Trump is close to wrapping up a four-day visit to Japan, which both sides have praised, saying the two countries have an unshakable bond. But as Natalie Brand reports from the White House, the president does not agree with Japan's prime minister when it comes to some of North Korea's missile tests.
President Trump says he's not concerned with recent North Korea short-range missile tests.
There have been no nuclear tests. There have been no ballistic missiles going out. There have been no long-range missiles going out. And I think that someday we'll have a deal.
And North Korea's short-range missiles are well within reach of Japan, where the president is taking part in a four-day state visit. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe called the tests regrettable, and the president's own national security advisor, John Bolton, says they violate UN sanctions.
My people think it could have been a violation, as you know. I view it differently. I view it as a man, perhaps he wants to get attention, and perhaps not. Who knows?
On the topic of Joe Biden, President Trump sided with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, who echoed the president's own words in calling the former vice president a low IQ individual.
Well, Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record. I think I agree with him on that.
Overall, President Trump and Prime Minister Abe say the trip has been productive. The president says the two countries could have a new trade agreement by August.
Our goal is to reduce our trade deficit with Japan, remove trade barriers and barriers of all kinds.
And Prime Minister Abe says he's willing to act as a mediator between the U.S. and Iran, something the president says he's open to. Earlier, the president became the first world leader to meet with Japan's newly installed emperor, Naruhito. And he took in a sumo wrestling match over the weekend. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
President Trump will visit the Yokosuka Naval Base tonight to visit sailors before heading home.